Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I have a great training that I want to talk about. It's really about focusing on our parties. I know that we are in the busy season where a lot of people have multiple parties styles going on, home parties, basket parties, Facebook parties, all out. And I really want to talk about the importance of your parties. And I'm hearing from some consultants, gosh, I would love to do a home party, but I just can't get in. Nobody wants to do a home party where I live. Or, I only want to do pouch parties. I only want to do basket parties. I don't want to do any of these other types of parties. And then I hear, others saying, Facebook parties, that's the only way that I can run my business. And I'm here to tell you that each one of those methods is awesome. And the beautiful thing is you get to decide how to run your business. You get to see which works with you the best, and that is awesome. That is so incredibly amazing, the different styles that we offer and the way that everyone can run their own business. I want to share with you just an idea, just a little mindset to think about the possibilities that we have with our different party styles. I want you to think about your connections, all of the people that you know, the networks that you know, and I can guarantee you that you can basically group people, all of those connections, into three different groups. When you think of your people, all the people that you know, you can name and you can list off those people who are social butterflies, those people who know huge groups of people, who will love, who thrive on being around other people, those people who love having parties, who love social gatherings, who get people together for sporting events, for swimming parties. They just love people. And those are your socialites. Those are the people who a home party is perfect for. This is their avenue that they really be able to find value in hosting a party, not just for the host rewards only, but because they get their needs of being around people met. That's why they draw their energy from people, and we can offer that for them. And then with your other with all of the other people you can list them into who love small, intimate gatherings. Maybe in larger groups they're quieter, but when you get them around 2, 3, 5 of their closest friends, they blossom. They just open up, and that is who they are. They just love being in these small little gatherings. And gosh, we can do that. Our parties, either whether it's a basket party or a home party of just 5 of your closest friends, having a social hour together. We can speak directly to what that type of person loves. And then we all know people who, when they have some downtime, they just want to be by themselves. They don't want anyone else around them. They just want to be able to relax and to do their own thing. And that is awesome, because we have Facebook parties. We have those parties that they can just kick back in their pajamas. They can be eating snacks, and they can just be doing their own thing at their own home, at their own time, but still having a party and earning those host rewards. So when you're looking at all of the people you have, you're going to find people that different party styles is going to appeal to them more than a different variety. And that's the beautiful thing with our business, is that we can create the party experience to match the personality of our host. And when you start thinking, how can I add value, instead of just getting those host rewards, because those host rewards are fantastic, but when you can say you're going to earn your free products and you're going to be able to visit with your friends for an hour, for somebody who doesn't get to see their friends very often, and you know that their friends are going to have fun coming and just eating snacks and chatting and smelling Scentsy with a low pressure, they're really going to be more keen on coming and booking a party with you. So thinking about just the value of the party experience that you can offer to your host. If somebody who really is an introvert or really just wants some quiet time because they're around people all the time because of their job and they just need that quiet time, that's where you're going to highlight the Facebook parties, where they can still earn all of their products for free and half price. And they get to enjoy it in their comfort of their own home. They don't have to do anything. They just get to invite their friends, and they just get to share, what they think of Scentsy with others. That's all they have to do. So and highlight the value of the party style to your hostess personality. Now, thinking about your party, when we say party, everyone thinks, okay, a party needs to be fun, or there needs to be games, or there needs to be a whole lot of people or a whole lot of preparation, and that is completely false. None of that has to happen. When we say party, what needs to happen is it needs to be fun. That is true. It needs to be fun, it needs to be fast, and it needs to be memorable. Think of all of the parties that you've been to, kids' birthday parties. They are fun, they're fast, and they're memorable. Or think about a girls' night out that you have, or a guys' night out. Why do you look forward to going? What do you want out of it? You look forward to going because you know you're going to have fun with this group of people. And you know it's not going to last forever, so you know that you don't need a huge time commitment. You can go, you can come back and get on with what needs to be done. But you know you want to be there because something memorable is going to happen, and you want to be there for those memories. And that is what we need to create at every one of our parties. We have such a unique opportunity to create the party style in any way that we want, in any way that the host wants, so that we really can have a whole lot of fun with this. When we think of fun, I'm simple. I'm so simple, and there's so many people who are so much more creative than I am, but I am just simple. But I do love to have fun, and I want my customers and my hosts to have fun too. So I coming up with a simple theme that you can do for the whole entire month to every host. If you can come up with a simple theme idea so that it takes the planning and the preparation out from the host, they still can provide all of the snacks, but you've just given them a great idea so that they don't have to spend energy and time searching on Pinterest of what are they going to serve for their refreshments, because we all know hosts who do that, they're so worried about having such a great selection of refreshments. So what if you came up with a theme? Right now it's perfect here in the United States and in Canada for doing a hot chocolate theme. Let's have a hot chocolate bar. How simple would that be to let your hostess know, okay, so for all of our parties in November, we're going to do a hot chocolate bar. So if you just want to make some hot chocolate and then just have a couple different hot chocolate toppings, you could have crushed candy canes, you can have your marshmallows, you can have whipped cream, you could have even ice cream like peppermint ice cream or pumpkin ice cream to put in the hot chocolate as well. Just mix it up, and then you can tell your host that you are going to make a super cute invitation, and you'll deliver them. So they will give you a list of how many of their closest friends that they can invite, and you can even say to those people who love intimate gatherings, say which 5 of your closest friends do you want to invite, and you will make 10 invitations and say, so here's an invitation for your friend, and then give another one so that they can bring another friend too. So that way you have 10 people at that party, and that host doesn't have to worry about coming up with so many people, or if she would prefer just to keep it small, but you're getting those 5 people at the party for sure. And then a cute idea, simple idea, is just getting a little tiny Ziploc baggie of marshmallows, of miniature marshmallows, and putting them all together, and then printing out on cardstock a cute little saying that you're going to staple onto it, and just talking about having a get together for a hot chocolate bar and lots of fun and friends and smelling Scentsy. Simple. The date, the time, the hostess, and where to meet up. And then that is the invitation she's going to give around. And that is so much more personable than getting just a paper invitation, or getting a text, or getting a phone call about the party, or heaven forbid, just being added to a group on Facebook. Make it personable, make it memorable. That invitation is the first step to being like, this is something I want to be at because I know it's going to be memorable. It's already fun. It's a fun invitation. It's going to be a memorable party. It's going to be fun, and I want to be there. And then make your party fast. I think every one of us has been at a party that has just gone on forever, and you couldn't wait to get out of it because that person just went on and on and on, and it was boring because you didn't get to talk to any of the people who were there. So make sure your parties are fun, fast, and memorable. Now, you guys, I love all of Scentsy products. I mean, there's so many fantastic products that Scentsy has come out with, but guess what? I don't share each of these products at my parties. There is no way that we have enough time to go over every one of Scentsy's products and to keep the attention and the interest of our guests. We just simply do not have that amount of time. In fact, science has shown that people only have like an 8-second attention span. So if you're rattling on for 30 minutes about all of Scentsy products, or even longer, you have lost everyone. They're not having fun anymore. So keep it fast and keep it right to the point. For me, my what I think is the most important is definitely the warmers and the wax. I want them experiencing the wax, and then while they're experiencing the wax and we're sharing stories, I can do a 10-second, 20-second commercial about the different products that come in those fragrances. I'm not highlighting them in front of everybody, but it's triggering me when someone smells coconut lemongrass, and I can say, oh my goodness, you guys, if you love this scent, you've got to try it in our laundry line. It is amazing. That's it. Super simple. And then someone can say, what? I never knew you had a laundry line. And then that's when I can say, oh my goodness, there's so much. And then look at this, then tell them what page number and go look at. And then that's when we can talk about it. Well, people are still smelling it and it's fun in between that time. So make your parties fun. Get right to the point of, the most important thing. If I've had a hostess that's, hosted a party with me, multiple times, then you know what? I skip over the warmers because they all know the warmers. I might highlight my favorite new warmer and say, oh my goodness, you've got to check out this page to see these new warmers. But has anybody tried the counter clean? And if nobody's heard about it or even knew we did it, then that's what I'm going to highlight. So know your audience, know your hostesses, and know what you can share. But do not share all of the products at a party because, oh my goodness, that's just going to be too long. And you want to make sure people are having fun with your party. Now, one other thing that I want to talk about with our parties, why I think home parties have an edge on all of the other parties, is that's just because that's where you're building your connections. You have a face-to-face connection with these people, and you can start building a better connection so that these customers are going to want to come back and reorder with you. They're going to want to host with you. They're going to be comfortable in referring their friends and their family to you to purchase their Scentsy. So you have such an advantage when you do a home party. Now, the way that I was always trying to connect with my customers was through my personal story. And I used to always share it right at the beginning of the story. And I would do, a fun little interactive game so people got to interact with each other. And it always got good, people always, really liked it. And they would talk about it. But I just was introduced to this new method, which I love. I think it is brilliant, and I can't wait to try it out at my next home party. And I want to share this method with you when sharing your story, because this is the most important thing that we can share at a party, because we can then share the opportunity to join your team. That somebody could be looking for the exact same thing that you were looking for, or they may be looking for something that Scentsy has to offer them, and they can connect with your story. Now, the way that I used to do it, give it all up front, probably not the best time, because usually when you think about it, when you're coming to a party, what you're thinking about is either gosh, you were so rushed to get here and you had to leave all of the dinner dishes and there's going to be a great big mess when you get back home, or oh my goodness, we didn't finish all of the kids' homework, and when you get back home they've got to finish the homework, or man, you better hope that child finished that homework or you're going to be mad. Or maybe you had an argument because your spouse didn't want you to come to this party, that you really wanted to be here, or you promised that you were going to be there. So there's all of these different thoughts going through a person's mind. So they're not really at the point to engage and to really listen to what you have to say about, what I think is the most important thing, and that is your story and the opportunity to join your team. So what you're going to do with your story is you're going to break it up into chunks. You're going to offer it 3 times throughout your party. So at the very beginning, what you can say, it would look like something like this. Hi, I'm Janet Jacob, and I've been with Scentsy for 9 years, and I absolutely love my job. But you know what? Enough about me. I'll tell you more a little bit later. But let's talk about you. Let's get into this party and let's have fun. One, oh my goodness, would you not just sigh a breath of like relief, knowing like, oh my gosh, they're not just going to sit and talk. Like we can get straight into having fun right there. So people start looking up and they appreciate that, okay, it's not huge. It's not a long thing I have to sit through. And they know a little bit about you. They know you love what you do. They know how long you've been with Scentsy. And you can even say, you know what, I've been with Scentsy for 2 days. But I absolutely love it and I can't wait to share it with you. So enough about me and let's focus on having fun and let's focus with you. So that's all you do for the first part of your story is introduce yourself, say how long you've been with Scentsy, and tell them that you love it. Now, later, somewhere throughout the party, you can say, you know, earlier I told you that I've been with Scentsy for 9 years, and, you know, I absolutely love what I do. But I've got to tell you why I joined. You know, I joined Scentsy because I really wanted to change the quality of life of my family. Simple. That's it. Period. End of period. I don't have to go on and say all of the reasons why or that led me up to joining Scentsy. I just say that I wanted to join to change the quality of life of my family life. That's it. Simple. So create why you joined. Maybe you wanted to have fun. So you can simply say, I joined Scentsy because I wanted to increase the quality of my life. Or maybe you joined Scentsy because you wanted to earn a certain amount of money. So then you can say, I joined Scentsy because I wanted to have some financial freedom. End of story. They don't need to know anything of your circumstances of what led you to join, but the exact reason, to be a little bit more broad in why you joined. Now, at the end, so as your party's kind of wrapping up, not I wouldn't say close to the very end, but, you know, near the end, so you have time to talk about it before you're collecting orders, and just say, hey guys, I know that you know that I've been with Scentsy for 9 years, and I love it. And I joined Scentsy, you know, to help change the quality of life of my family. But I've got to tell you why I stay. And I stay really because it's so much bigger than me. You know, I stay with Scentsy because it's the quality of life that it allows me to have, and that it allows me to help others have. And that's really, you know, that's really why I stay with Scentsy for 9 years. And I've got to tell you, thank you. I just want to thank you for making my job so much fun. But then before you end, you can say, you know, if there's anyone of you, you know, anytime that you're thinking that you would like to like change the quality of life or have a little financial freedom, you know, if there's anything that Scentsy, if you feel that Scentsy could add value to your life, you know, you could really have, Scentsy can be anything that you want it to be. There's so much that it offers. So if you're, you know, interested in learning more about Scentsy, you know, you can talk about if you have join packs. I have a little bit more information over here that I'd love you to take and just kind of discover a little bit more about how Scentsy can add, you know, quality life, or how Scentsy can add financial freedom. So what I'm doing is I'm giving broad generalizations. Instead, before, my story is to be very specific. And I pointed out, you know, that I needed money. That was really the reason that I joined. But what it does is it shuts off everybody's brain who doesn't need extra income. Or if I talk about how I wanted to stay home with my kids, it shuts off everyone's brain. Oh, I don't have kids. This isn't for me. But everybody can have an improvement in the quality of life. Everybody can have a little more financial freedom. So when you use broader terms for your story, you're going to appeal to everybody who is at your party, instead of just zoning in on those same people who are going to be joining with the exact same situation as you. So I hope that makes sense. Now, as with each 3 times, I said exactly what I had said previous. I built upon my story. I was re-emphasizing how long I had been with Scentsy, that I love Scentsy, and then why I joined, and then at the end I reemphasize all of that and why I joined and why I stay, so that it sticks with them, and that they can see me as a real person, and they can see my enthusiasm for Scentsy. So it builds and it establishes a connection with that person, so that they want to, well, for one, they can trust me, that they can come to me, when I call to check up on them later, they're comfortable in talking with me because they now really know me, because they've heard me 3 times tell a little bit about myself. And then they become comfortable in opening up a little bit more. Now, what I thought was really brilliant that was shared with me was at the end, as you are, telling up everybody's orders, you have their order form, you ask every single guest, and you say, when you heard me share my story, how much that I love my business or I love my job, what was the first thing that came through your mind? And that's it, because, some people are going to be like, oh, the first thing was like, I can never do what you do. Or people will say like, I love that you love your job so much. I wish I loved my job. Or other people would say like, gosh, I wish I could do what you do. So people are going to be, they're going to be open. They're going to be honest. Not everyone's going to say, oh, I want to join, but you get to know a little bit more about that person. So those 3 keys of when you share your story and what you're going to ask at the end when you're tallying up people's order forms, and when you can connect with each one of them, because you're going to build a stronger relationship with each one of those customers. And each one of those customers, on an average knows 250 close people that they can then turn around and refer. You can become, the person that they are referring to. They're going to let you into their circle. They can host a party and introduce you to more, of their network, and you're going to be building your network. Or you're connecting with them, that they trust you, and they think, gosh, I want to have something more in my life. I want something better for my family. Yeah, I would love to join with you because I've got this connection with you. So by adding value to the party, by making it fun, making it fast, and making it memorable, and then asking and sharing your story in a way that is meaningful and that other people can connect with, you're going to have a more solid customer base, a more solid, hostess relationship, and you're going to find that you're going to have more bookings. You're going to have more joining or more like recruiting conversations. So that's all that I really wanted to talk about with our parties. So all of the parties that you have coming up, think of a fun theme that you can do, that you can share with the host. If you can take pressure off of the host, a lot of times people will not host a party because they have to clean their house. Another one is they're so afraid of rejection. They want to invite everyone, but they're so afraid of people not showing up, they invite hardly anyone. So really work with your hostesses to let them know that this is going to be so fun. Who do you want to have? Let's make this a real party for those party goers, and let's get as many people as they can come to this party by thinking this is going to be an outstanding party, and you can change it up by just simple invitations. So what I want to do, I think it would be so much fun if we together as a group came up with some fun themed ideas, super simple, that we could suggest to hosts like, hey, we could just do this for the dessert, or for the refreshments. And you could even create, if you want, if they're gamers, you can come up with one simple little game that's going to be fun with it, and then come up with a clever invitation that we can share. So every month when somebody books a party in November for December, you can say, oh my goodness, I've got the funnest idea of what we can do in December. What do you think about this? And then you share the idea, and you already tell them, I've got invitations. You just need to give me a list of how many invitations you need. I'll make them up and drop them off to you. You just took all of that worry off of that host, and they're going to be excited. They're excited about offering this party, this experience to their friends and their families. So my goal is for each of us to come up with and share some fun party ideas, some sort of theme. ideas that we can use. If we can come up with 12, even more, but if you can come up with, every month, what your themes are going to be. So when you're booking parties, or when someone says, I want to book a party with you in January, and you can immediately say, oh my goodness, I'm so excited because I have got this super fun idea I want to do in January. What do you think about this? So that is the challenge that I would like each of us, because I know there's so many more other creative people out there than me, and I'd love to hear your ideas. So wishing you the very best with your parties. I'll talk with you later, guys. Bye-bye.